Hey, what's good, guys? It's your boy G Marcus TV back with a brand new video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I know I am way behind on the Bel-Air episodes. Like the last one I did, I think it was 7, then 8 came, 9 came. I gotta take responsibility for it. I fucked up. So for everybody that was watching and continuing, it's just like my bad. The next time I do an episode review, whether it's 3 of them in one night, I will definitely make sure that I keep on track with it. Before I go straight to the finale, I'll just give you a quick small little breakdown of what happened in episode number 8 and episode number 9. Karrueche joins the cast as one of Hillary's friends that is an influencer, and she has way more followers, way more support than Hillary. Another thing that happened in episode number 8, Will tells Hillary that Carlton actually sniffed coke, and she's actually surprised and shocked. So like one of the main important things that happened in this episode was Will actually wants to meet his father. Like he has a curiosity to meet his pops because his mom came and visited, they chilled together, hanged out together, but he's not sure if he wants to meet the pop. Bill is trying to block that the whole episode, like, you know what I'm saying? Nah, don't do it. But of course, you know, Jeffrey, he's the hitman. He's the dude that he gets done. So he's saying, yo, like, we cannot make him find out about Will. Jeffrey's on some, like, no, you should definitely let him know what's going on. Let him make that choice. And they clashed about it. They got into a whole bunch of Lisa's father found out what happened with Will, why he was actually in Bel-Air, basically how Uncle Phil used his powers to get Will's out of jail. So Lisa's father found out about that and was going to use that against Uncle Phil. So what happens is Uncle Phil finds this out and he actually drops out the race. Of course, that's illegal. You know what I mean? He can get in trouble for that. He cannot use that type of blackball. So he actually drops out the race and he supports Lisa's father for the race. So Will goes to Jeffrey to get the information from his father, and Jeffrey gets Will the information. So you know, of course, Phil is going to be really pissed off about that. So the thing that was really annoying about that, Punk Will, which I did not understand, that I'm really not feeling this new Will. Like, I'm really not feeling this new Will. But he goes to Uncle Phil and gives Uncle Phil the information. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I'm like, you really cannot be serious. You asked for it and then you went and you snitched on this guy? Like, are you kidding me? Of course, he doesn't know that Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv, they don't want him to meet his pop. So what ends up happening is Uncle Phil fires Jeffrey. But because of the loyalty that they have for each other, because of the love that they have for each other, they're trying to cover it up to where it's like, okay, well, he had a family emergency, he had to go take care of business. Now we are going straight to the finale. So it starts off with they have an art show for Aunt Viv, and she has a whole bunch of dope paintings. She even has a painting with Will, where he's sitting on the throne and he has a crown. It's a dope painting, like a real dope painting. So of course that painting makes Carlton a little jealous of Will. So during the art show, like, Will tells Uncle Phil, like, you know, I'm sorry that you helping me had to, you know, f your campaign. And Uncle Phil was just like, no matter what, he's not gonna regret helping Will. So they have a nice little touchy moment. So Hillary's friend, played by Karrueche, shows up to the event. She introduced her to Jazz, and they have an instant connection. Both of them is looking in each other's eyes and they are really feeling each other right in front of Hillary, and she's just looking at her like, what the f? So at the party, Lisa is mad as shit at Will because he did not let her know what's going on, which I'm just like, dude, what the hell are you really mad for? Because, like, that was just, like, really confused me. Yeah, he lied, you know, about why he came to Bel-Air, but it's just like, dude, you gotta know if you got the thing. The man had something he can't tell you, and he tried to explain to her at the event, and she doesn't want nothing to do with him. She says she felt used, they had sex, and I'm just like, so? Like, what the hell? Like, comment down below if you feel like she was wrong, in the wrong, or in the right for that. I'm like, that's none of your goddamn business. So he ends up telling her that he loves her, and he never felt this way about anybody. I'm like, oh, you suck ass nigga, Will. I'm like, damn, Will. So she had to tell him something, but she ends up breaking off. So Jazz and Hillary, they finally do their thing. Jazz and Hillary is at the hotel, and of course Uncle Phil is paying for that hotel. She even said that, yo, when he finds out this bill, he's gonna be tight. So this is not gonna be a constant thing. So they in the bed together, they chilling. So Will calls Hillary. Hillary doesn't pick up for Will. Then he calls Jazz. Put Hillary on the phone for me. Like, he knew that they was around. He knew it. So he talks to Hillary and just goes like he doesn't really care what her and Jazz is doing. He just needed a little bit of advice because he wanted to get Ashley back, and she agreed to meet him at a coffee shop. So that's all that was. But I am so happy for your boy Jazz, because of course in the original Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, he did not hit. So they all had breakfast together. It was Will, Carlton, and Ashley, and which I realized that they don't really show Ashley a lot in this show. Like, I'm like, that's kind of up. Like in the original, actually was all over the place. So they basically put two and two together and they found out that something is very wrong with Jeffrey. Like, yo, they went inside his and all his isn't there. They're not buying the whole he went for a family emergency. They was like, if you went for a family emergency, why is all his stuff gone? So Will's father pops up, and the thing that just made this so hilarious, it is Marlon Wayans. I'm like, what? First y'all got Carucci, which I love Carucci. Now y'all got Marlon Wayans. I'm like, I'm a fan of Marlon Wayans, but I'm like, really? Come on, they could have gave that to an upcoming actor. He pops up. It turns out that Jeffrey went to him and was just like, yo, your son needs you. Like, Will wants to see him. So he pops up, and of course, you guys know that Lou is trouble. They do not want Will to be with Lou. Like, that's how the last two episodes went. Because he's an ex-con, he spent time in prison, and of course, he wasn't in Will's life for over 13 years. And he's just on some, yo, listen, I'm not the same guy I used to be. It turns out that Uncle Phil was actually his lawyer and tried to get him off, but he didn't get him off because he ended up robbing somebody for some money. He's just like, yo, like, I'm still doing bad to this day. My pastor had to pay for my flight to come out here. So Uncle Phil was just like, yo, they'll think about it. Like, let's see what's going on. Like, I don't think it's the best idea, but let's see what happens. So Carlton being a little sneaky, yes, he found out that it was actually Will's father that was there. He went inside the office and got the information that Jeffrey gave to Will. Carlton's really trying to be on Will's side. He's really trying to help out Will. So he goes to Will, lets Will know what's going on, and Will's hot. He's like, what the f is this? Like, my father's here, they didn't tell me nothing. So he goes to Aunt Viv and Uncle Phil and was just like, yo, like, why y'all let me know my father was here? Like, what is the big deal? So they're going back and forth, and Will is hot. Like, he's really, really hot. And he decided, he was reluctant, like, he wasn't sure if he should see his father or not, but he decided that he wants to see his pops. So then they set up a meeting where he got to actually see his father. So Will, he meets him, and they're talking, and Will was just on some tough guy type of shit. Was on some, like, type of shit. Like, I don't know, like I said, I don't think I'm really feeling this Will character. I don't like how they have him written. They have him written as a sensitive, soft motherfucker. So they talk, and you're thinking that things are gonna go good. So mind you, he has a meeting with Lisa that he totally forgot about the coffee shop to make up with Lisa, but he forgets about it, and Lisa was just there, and she just wasted her time, ended up leaving while the meeting that he had is going on with his father. So they're talking, they're having a little bit of laughs, and then Will was just like, yo, so why you didn't come see me? Why you didn't do this? Why you didn't do that? And he just said, yo, I was behind a cage. I was in jail. Like, I didn't want you to see me behind bars. He was just like really challenging him. Every single thing he said, he was challenging him. And the thing that made it so funny, he was just like, when Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv got rich, and then he had to check himself. He was like, well, when Uncle Phil got rich, you know, it's just like, that's when your mom was on my ass. That's when she was really forcing me to do street, because she's looking at their success and she wants that success too. So he was just looking at her, and he was saying things like, oh, she's ungrateful, this and that. And Will got really crazy. Will stepped to him. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's the writing. I don't know if it's the acting, but I was not feeling that at all. So Will stepped to me like, yo, you better be careful when you talk to my mom. Like, don't talk to my mom like that. So he gets up too, and it was just like, yo, like, no, you want to know the real honest truth about your mom? It's just like, that was the worst mistake I ever made in my life. As he gets crazy, Lou grabs him by the damn throat. Like, the fuck he should have. Like, are you serious? Like, this man trying to talk to you. He's trying to change. He's pouring his heart out. Like, yo, I thought about you every day in prison. That's how you talking to him? Like, what? So Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv, they break up the fight, and Will's just talking a whole bunch of shit. Called him a bum, told him to get the fuck out of here. Don't ever want to see him again. So after that, Will starts packing a bag, and he basically is about to leave. I'm just like, all of this, bro? So the whole family is just like, yo, don't go. Even Carlton was on some like, yo, Will, don't go. He begs him not to go. And he gives him a hug, and as he grabs him for the hug, he slips some money inside of his pocket that he didn't even know about. So I'm like, all this shit, he's just like, yo, I can't trust nobody. You try to keep me away from my father. Like, so he breaks off like a bitch, of course. And after that, they have a little family meeting or whatever, and Carlton addresses Uncle Phil, was just like, yeah, so Jeffrey's firing, what it have to do with him trying to get Will information for his father? You know what I'm saying? He confronts her about it, but he doesn't really give him a straight up answer. So after that, Carlton just says, yo, I'm gonna go look for Will. First place he goes is to Lisa's house. And Lisa, of course, he's not at Lisa's house. So Carlton cries like a baby. Say, yo, help me find him. He did not give up on me. Like, I really need your help. Like, I can't give up on him now. So the scene cuts. It shows Will and Jazz, and Will just has his car parked. And mind you, they have a tracking device in the car. And that's why I'm like, this little mother is ungrateful. It's like, bro, like, they gave you a car. They gave you a big ass mansion. Like, Jazz tries to put some sense in the head. Like, bro, like, you got people in that house that love you, that care about you, that wants you to be there. Like, yo, what the f are you doing? And Will was just like, oh, you was right. You know, it was like these people that were trying to change you where you come from. And he's just like, yeah. No one is saying all that. We're just saying this is like, don't forget where you come from. Don't let it change you, but don't be a. And that was the season finale. I would say, I don't know, I have a lot of complaints about this season finale. It's just like, it was really interesting to me. Like, I liked it. I would definitely say I liked it. I had to give it a 7.5, really. I don't know, maybe it's the writing or maybe because I don't like ungrateful people, but I really don't like how they wrote the Will character. And I'm sorry, like I said, I f with the Wayans family, but Marlon Wayans, y'all could do better than that. Like, I'm sorry, give it to someone that's upcoming. Or give that to a more established actor. Because I can't lie, as I'm seeing Marlon Wayans, I'm laughing. I'm like, you can't take this serious. He had a better chance playing jazz. I don't know, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the second season. Like, I'm really looking forward. I really hope it gets renewed because I want to see what they're going to do with this Karuche character. Because it looks like her and Jazz is going to have some kind of romantic, like, link. It was a good episode. Don't get it f***ed up. It was a good episode, but I don't like how they wrote Will's character. But like I said, guys, like, it was definitely a solid, strong season that definitely should be renewed. I promise you guys, next season, I'll be on top of it. I'll make sure I record the day I seen it. Thank you guys. Like, I definitely appreciate all the love and all the support. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys very much. I got some good shit coming for you guys, though. I got some book reviews coming for you guys on Sundays. I got some fashions. Stay tuned. Love you guys. Miss you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back with a video every single week. Love you guys. It's your boy G Marcus TV signing off.
Got it. That's a wrap.